So here's a problem fairly close to yours. The first thing we notice about each of these terms is that they all have a factor of x to the 7th. So that's what we're going to factor out from each of our terms. Here, if we take out 7x's, we have 2 left. Here, if we take out 7x's, we have 1 left. Here, if we take out 7x's, we just have the number 1. Zero product property says we take each factor, set them equal to 1 or to 0, and solve. So the opposite of raising something to the 7th power is to take the 7th root. So the 7th root of 0 is just 0. From our quadratic equation that we have here, we're going to use the quadratic formula to solve. And here's our quadratic formula. And a is always the coefficient of b squared, of x squared. B is always the coefficient of x. And c is always the constant whenever our problem is equal to 1. So when we plug these values in under our radical sign, 1 minus 4 gives us -3. And the way we simplify complex numbers is we take square root of a -1, that gives us I. Since there's no way to simplify 3, we just leave it under our radical sign. So our 3 answers are 0 from the first term, and we separate this out into 2 answers. -1 plus I square root of 3, and all over 2, and -1 minus I square root of 3 all over 2. So to enter this into WebAssign, once you click in the box, you have an additional menu that comes up. So 0 was one of our answers. We press a comma. Then we come over here and press the fraction button. So in our numerator, we have -1 plus I square root of 3. There's your square root button. And this is all over 2. Then we do a comma. And next we want to put our fraction back in. -1 minus I square root of 3 all over 2. And we are good to go.